Hello and welcome back to Challenger League. We are here live at the Gen.G esports studio.
He got it. He got there in the end.
I got there in the end.
He figured it out. He figured out.
I am Vlades. With me is Bop.
Which broadcast partner we are working with, but he did not get my name right.
You're not Bop?
Nope. Try again.
Da Crank?
Very close. Very close.
Nukte?
There you go.
Yeah. Got there in the end.
Got there in the end. Welcome, everybody. It's time for the second series of the night of what could be a 6-game evening of LCK Challengers.
No way.
I didn't see it coming once I was informed by Valdez's informant that we were going to be having a 4-game night. We got 3 of the 4 already, but there's at least 2 games that need to happen here for one of these teams to get sent home with a loss. I think they're both going to go home, actually, but you know, one of them's going to go home with a win, one's going to go home with a loss.
They should go home. I hope so.
I hope they're not staying in the arena overnight.
6 games, question mark, exclamation point, da crank.
Da underscore crank.
Da crank? Well, I feel like we might get to crank in the series, if that's what you're asking.
The losing team becomes white in the like matchup CG, because you notice before this there were like 3 red teams and 1 slightly less red team.
Yeah.
Now there's only 2 red teams left as T1 got the color drained from them.
Yeah.
And HonorLife became a little bit more red.
In Challengers.
So let's see what happens. Which one of these teams is going to lose their red when we get to today's results CG, okay? That could be KT right now. I'm leaning towards Nongshim Red Force's Academy team taking it down. I say Academy team, but it's Challengers team, but it's Nongshim's special name that I can't remember right now.
I was looking towards you to tell me.
It's Nongshim. It says Nongshim Red Force on the sheet, but it's not what it is. It's a special name.
It's Nongshim Red Force.
Special.
We gotta call it Red Force so that they tell us what it is. All right, he's writing it right now.
Anyway.
He was.
We'll figure. But he also, but he doesn't know. He doesn't know that they left.
He doesn't know. Do KT know what it takes to take down the Noodle Boys?
They have done it before. I think they know what it takes. The question is, can they do what they know that it takes to take down unknown, team name undefined?
Hype POG will be the judges of that.
Nongshim Esports Academy.
Nongshim Esports Academy.
I was close.
All right. You know that it's also T1 Esports Academy?
Yes, I did mention that earlier.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
I thought you were saying Nongshim was T1 Esports Academy. I'm like, I don't think it is, actually. I think it's just Nongshim Esports Academy.
No, definitely not. Hello, long-time lurker, first-time chatter. I would like to say easy for KT. You're not even Lowry. What? That's all I gotta say.
KT, they got a nice roster of players here that have a ton of experience. And it's perfect starting today, not Castle. He's kind of in the mainstay a little bit towards the end of the season here. But this roster, all right, they have Call Me, guy, insane good. Vital, XLCK, Double H, Sounda, Mihail. Have you seen this guy recently? Mihail was actually kind of popping off.
Yeah, he's kind of popping
blue
off.
Side, 8-0.
He's kind of popping off. Red side is a total disaster.
It's above 50% though. So I mean, that sounds like chances are no one should take it a W.
Who has side selection though?
Speaking.
What if KT have side selection and they choose blue side? What happens then?
I actually think that's probably going to happen. But bet greater than 50% chance that.
Is that Rel?
Yeah, I think so. Because it's HH.
What's the champion on the left? What's that?
Gnar? It's Viego.
It's definitely not Gnar.
I don't know, it's a bear. It's Viego.
Gnar's not a bear.
Gnar's on the right.
All right, they're just taking it out of the frame.
Gnar is a bear, Valdez. Come on. That's why he's with Toon Link.
That's not Toon Link.
That's Tristan. I know it is, Valdez. Come on, I'm just trying to have fun with you.
Toon Link.
Not Toon Link.
I feel like I'm in Toontown right now.
Toontown. I never played Toontown. But it was
You wanna
all
play? We can
over
play.
the
It's still
television
up.
advertisements.
Servers are still up. You want to play?
Why
Play
not?
some Toontown?
That sounds like a Valdez game. I honestly,
Low
Ox,
level are pies.
Ox seems like a player to be into Toontown.
You would play. Yeah.
All right,
Professional League of Legends caster.
let's look at the current form of these two teams. Very strong recent results. Nongshim only losing to DRX in their last 5 matches. KT had lost to DRX as well in Hanwha Life, one of our strongest teams. So 2 of our strongest teams, honestly, both of them. But we're able to take dominant wins over Gen.G, Quantum Freaks, the Sandbox. Dropped a game.
I want you guys in the chat to read the top part for us.
Too late.
Sorry, a little bit too slow. No, you didn't
Nice
get
try,
that,
chat.
you
Nice
didn't
try.
Get that in.
What's
Good
he got
try,
on his
but-
on the note cover of his notebook? What is
I
that?
think that's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Okay. Well, I don't think that's what it was. It looked like a.
I'm pretty sure that's what it
It
is.
looks like a script of some kind. Is that where it was? He your source?
I love how Poppy is. Yeah, he was. I love how Poppy is just banned every single game. They're like, no, Poppy's too good.
It's actually, I heard my sources, and I usually don't look into this, but my sources was because that Kespa doesn't like it when you make the Poppy sounds when Poppy's winding up the ultimate. So they couldn't globally ban it. Yeah, they couldn't globally ban it, but they have asked the teams to ban it. At least one side has to ban it before the draft is over. So blue side likes to get rid of it right away. Looks like it's not necessarily a Poppy ban.
Yeah, was it a mistake?
Yeah.
Even if it's a mistake, you don't get to redo the draft. Just for clarity, for visibility. No.
Just to let you guys know.
Transparency.
Yeah, transparency. There you go. There you go.
Yeah,
You got there.
Third time's the charm.
You're like translucency? I'm like, no, Valdez, very close.
The seeing through thingy. Icy's like, man, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm actually like a NASCAR racer. I shouldn't be here.
There's no way the draft is actually ongoing. We're just not seeing it, right? Okay. I actually legit think that might have happened where they accidentally banned Poppy, and then they were like, the refs were like, well, too bad. And then they were like, okay, and then they restarted the draft and banned Poppy again. Or one of the players got kicked from the lobby, which is more likely, and we just rejoined the lobby. Glad it happened early.
Or one of them got a very important phone call, but then they realized it was a scammer, and then they came back. Should have realized it was a scammer
90% of my
first.
phone calls in South Korea, you know?
Exactly. So why are you banning Kaisa on blue side?
They don't like Kaisa. They're just trying to give us a better quality of game,
LeBlanc?
Valdez.
Why are you banning LeBlanc on
Giving
red
us a
side?
better quality of game, Valdez, I'm telling you.
They're just helping us out here.
It's going to be a good one. Tristana.
Why are you banning also Tristana on blue side?
Giving us a better quality game, though, Tristana. This last ban,
All right, are they just Sejuani enjoyers?
it's going to be a Rumble ban. Oh, told ya! Sick top-tier gameplay, Valdez. We're getting only the fairest and non-game ruining champions here. Sejuani, yeah, first pick, like you said. Yeah. So, Jax is up. Renekton's up. You're going to steal the Jax away, but then they get the Renekton, or you're going to steal the Renekton, but they get the Jax. What are you going to do? No, show me your
Renekton
balls
is
in your
here.
court. You banned the counters to the picks that are good with Sejuani. You took the Rumble when they have Sejuani open. You did that.
The Renekton, the Azir.
Now KT should take Renekton away, you know, if they don't lock it in here. Just make sure they can't have both.
The random
They're
flips for objectives.
That's Shyvana.
Rammus. Azir
Sound,
Xinjiao
what
is
are we
not a
doing?
thing. Don't even
He's not doing it. He's just,
don't even begin.
he's
with
just
this.
teasing us.
Okay.
He's like, I'm going to play some crazy strong jungle picks that locks in Rel.
I hope you have recovered from yesterday's 10-hour stream, because at most we'll be on track for only 8 today. I guarantee you, based on what the chat was like in our first series, and granted that was a T1 series, okay, so it really brings out, you know, the termites from the wall, but I think we're not really on track to have a great chat experience. But prove me wrong. We'll see. We'll see.
Valdez, they got Sejuani Jax and Sejuani Yone. Rel, what she got? What she got to pair? She got an Azir so far, and a Renekton. Okay.
The Renekton, the Azir.
It's Rel jungle probably, I guess.
Could be. Flexible.
And they banned the Alistar, which doesn't tell us that it's support. Just means that Alistar's really good into Rel.
And Renekton.
Yeah.
Azir?
Not so much Azir, though.
smooth.
Not so much Azir. No,
Not great.
not really.
Not that good.
So what's coming next?
Well, they're only banning strong things without any regard for the fact that
They
have
could
first
also
pick.
choose them, yeah.
Yeah.
So, Xayah, okay.
Okay. Your potential at picking Zyra Khan on the blue side now gone.
Aphelios, maybe? Aphelios next, perhaps, mayhap. Maybe a
Achilles.
Nautilus ban right here.
Achilles next.
Naughty ban. Astro
naughty
Nautilus
lizer.
TX, who's not been in chat today. Where is he?
I think he was in here for like 2 seconds.
I don't really like the Braum here.
I don't like, yeah, not a big fan of the Braum here. The Crank stonks going way up.
Pretty good for KT. Angry Guitar is telling you it's time to ban Aphelios. Oh, they banned the tree. That's also a flex pick, so. Alright. What's it gonna be? Aphelios? Save that support for last. Aphelios Rakan? Aphelios Blitzcrank? Aphelios Milio? That's what I'd be looking at. But grab that Aphelios Vital. You're a good Aphelios player. You could do it. That's not Aphelios.
Ash?
Similar idea though.
They should pick Jin.
They should not pick Jin. KT are like, well, thank you for the Aphelios.
Yeah.
We have the front line.
The
Hype.
Crank?
Hype away are like, this is easy call. Easy call.
I like the Crank for both teams.
I like it for KT more, but yeah, with Ashe, it gets better for Nocturne too.
You know what I really love here? The Nocturne. I think the Nocturne would be great.
But they both
Just
have
in any
jungles
sense.
already.
Hey, you can flex that rel to support.
And Ashe
There's
Rel
still an angle.
could be a thing.
How does Jax see out of his hood anyway? What's going on there?
We don't really know what's going on with his eyes, or are those his eyes, or are they
Does his
just
face just
holes?
emit light?
Yeah, he's got a bit of a Splinter Cell vibe going on, doesn't he? All right, let's see what that final pick's going to be. Is it support or is it jungle?
There's searchlights from his helmet that are also below his hood. My soul.
Belveth? I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think
I don't
it's
think
the
so.
Nocturne.
No, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Vi? Yeah, that I like that.
I'm pretty sure it's the Nocturne. Diego's great in this, actually. But, you know, I can always deal with the Nocturne.
Who's Viego?
They're just teasing me today, man. Why
It
are
sound-
they doing
they
this?
did it with both jungle picks.
Yeah.
Like, they were like, oh, look, it's Rel jungle after we picked a bunch of other silly jungle picks or hovered a bunch of other ones. And they're like, oh, is it Rel jungle or are we going to hover a bunch of other jungle picks and then play Viego and then push the Rel support? Rel Ashe into a Nautilus with Viego into Nautilus. I think KT pretty favored in this draft. You know, I'm going to say like 70-30, lean towards KT in this draft. I think their draft has insane Sejuani synergy. It's got amazing front to back, has combo engage, anti-dive in the bottom lane, so you can play around your Jax top side. Jax jungle, Sejuani top? No.
They swapped after 20 seconds. That's not allowed.
That is not allowed.
It's not allowed in the LCK. I don't think the timer in CL is 15 seconds.
It's actually like legit a good point. That's actually not
Might
allowed.
have just been like a UI bug or something.
Yeah,
but-
we're gonna go with that. That's probably what happened.
Yeah, let's say it was that. Okay.
I don't want to have a redraft.
Yeah, the top side of the map here for KT is glorious. Not much else to say about that. I do still think that Nongshim can win through execution because this is challengers, but KT did kind of get a lot of good pieces in this draft, didn't they?
Sejuani start, red buff, go top, play around Jax early. Aphelios and Nautilus can handle themselves against the Ashe Rel pretty easily. Viego can't do anything against Nautilus for dives. Azir not going to have prio. I mean, can have some element of prio, but not enough to like affect bottom side early in the game. So I'm feeling pretty good about KT. Have played perfectly, and they have perfect on their team.
Perfect.
Is it time for the KT roster upset?
Could be. At least in game number 1, Nongshim only a little bit over 50% win rate on red side. Could it happen again today? Let's see.
Hambach's doing it. He's starting red. They know the strategy.
Yeah, you know?
No, Hambach's not starting red.
Hambach, why? Where are you going?
It might just be.
Maybe he's going to clear his top side and then gank top level 3.
Could be a thing.
Hamburg. Yeah, exactly that. That's exactly what I was thinking. Question, how Nautilus sees or how Jax? Jax. Somebody said it was searchlights from his helmet.
Wait.
And I'm like, is it under his hood? I don't get it.
Hambach? Starting red late? All right, he's starting Raptors to red. Raptors to red. It's actually the Sejuani pathing because you want to use their Raptors really fast, actually.
Yeah.
But
Sound of.
I meant starting bot is essentially what I mean. This is not a solo queue game, but
Got him.
got him. Sound is going to be starting his own Raptors top. So these two junglers will pass like ships on the rift.
Call me first.
What?
What did he mean by that?
I'm not sure what he meant by that.
Okay. I liked the Rel jungle. That was kind of cool. This Rel support thing kind of basic now.
It's pretty
It's whatever.
outdated.
Yeah.
That was totally the last 3 weeks of LCK. This is a new patch, a new meta.
Someone in YouTube chat asked us a great question.
What is it?
First they said, "Where's Beanie?" But that was a joke. They also asked, "What are you having for dinner tonight, casters?"
I ate it already.
Yeah. It was a sub.
We always have subs for dinner these days. We don't actually change it up.
Yeah.
H8's
No
Rel,
real
by the
reason
way.
to.
I mean, he did have the cool fan sign earlier. He's 10-2. So I have hope, let's say, that this pick is going to be good.
What is your first time? Call me. And the infographics just combine it with his name. That's kind of cool. Feisty. This guy has really leveled up. He's a good, pretty good player.
Feisty's very good, yeah. We've been talking about it a lot, about how good he is. Usually Renekton doesn't get proxied in these early levels with Jax, but there's a Sejuani, you know, on the map somewhere. Scary to think about. And Hambach is a good Sejuani player. Mentioned it as well. Like the draft for KT. We see an early gank here, path and top after this this crab. Jax is back. Renekton's pushing the wave. The timings we talked about. They know what they want to do with the draft. They know the draft. They know the strategy, Valdez.
You're backing on a ward.
And you can't make an impact bot lane because it's a Nautilus. You can't make an impact mid.
Little gank read on both the supports getting in there. As Ignite is used, not really an angle to go for the kill, but I guess pushing for the damages. And yeah, good job from Wei to say, okay, you're getting it onto hype, I'm getting it onto vital.
Why does the ice slow them and not make it slippery? In Glacial Augment.
Well, if it's slippery, generally you will
Go slower? What if you slide?
Well, then you don't really have control.
But if you're a Rel, do you care? You're like ready to get in there.
You think horses can run on ice?
She's a horse person, Valdez. It's different.
Yeah, so what?
She's not a horse.
How does that change anything?
What about horse people? Can they run on ice? Apparently, just a little bit slower. I don't know.
Talia could. Yeah, she has a, you know, a rocked surfboard. That's a different story. Rel is made of metal. You think metal slides on ice?
She's not
It
made
does.
of metal. She has metal pants that transform into a horse.
Doesn't make any sense. The horse is like 5 times as big as the pants.
Well, I don't know where did the horse come from. Her pants. Apparently, that's what it shows, and then goes away back into her pants. She's a horse person. With
So she mounts as she pantsless. I mean, I don't know. I don't make the rules here.
she's just wearing 2 pairs of pants. One is the armor. Do you wear armor without pants on the inside? Strange guy in chat.
I think generally you would wear some sort of a, what do you even call it?
Pants?
Not pants. Like some
A
sort
garment?
Of, yeah,
otherwise known as pants?
No. Not pants.
A garment worn over the legs?
Not even
somewhat
leggings.
pants-like?
Well, maybe leggings, yeah. Armor and leggings, because you need like something to not have the metal rub up against your legs.
What
right?
are leggings? A type of pants? Am I wrong, Valdez?
Actually, maybe you're right. I don't know.
It's not pants, it's just leggings, a type of pants.
Stockings? Maybe it's an undergarments, though. It's not really pants. Pants are more of like outer garments, right? He's gonna Google it. He's gonna Google it.
Are leggings pants?
Long johns.
Leggings, it says on Wikipedia, and I quote, leggings do in fact count as pants.
What does Wikipedia know anyway? Definitely not as much as, guess what? Sejuani and Jax synergy? What? Imagine that. Imagine that.
Leggings do in fact count as pants, provided they are opaque enough that they don't show your underwear. Well,
you can see a lot of long johns. You can see through a lot of long johns, okay?
Well, I mean, not Rels, though. So, pretty sure the pants. Just saying, Valdez. Even if they are leggings, by the way, which I don't think they are, that wouldn't be great for combat when you transform to a horse.
Yeah, why is the horse there anyway?
So she can crash down.
Right, she's on the horse. Looks like she's wearing pants. I mean, can't really tell. But aren't the horse her pants, so she doesn't need extra pants?
The plot thickens because I think the pants are actually armor as well. I'm just looking as closely as I can. Now he's going to the flesh. I can't see.
Is the horse part of the pants?
The horse is the pants.
Does she wear the horse?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I think we're on the same page here.
All right.
The flash kind of missed about today, but it didn't matter.
Yeah, Mihal hits level 6 as well. Maybe thought he was going to be safe there, but he...
Yeah, her legs might just be inside the horse, which she's wearing.
I don't think so, though. Are they?
I think maybe...
No, look, you can see her leg right there. She's wearing armor underneath her armor on
That's weird.
pants.
I don't know about that.
Flash trade. Same things that happen. But
Yeah, we do have some gameplay. Occasionally we do have to talk about it. The Unbound Soul is feisty is getting pretty feisty, you could say, as he's not going to win the damage trade, but, you know, it's Yone. You press W, it's W Gaming, and you go in.
he really was not, but then he did okay in the end. It was kind of scary. Sound is just going to casually take this Herald and trade for the Drake while Mihal is getting out there to proxy. Why is the horse transforming pants and not a complete body armor? What is the horse like? I'm not really sure what that means.
I don't know. You know, chat's struggling a little bit today. It's okay. Not every day can be a 10 out of 10, you know what I mean? I know that some days I'm kind of feeling like a 3 out of a 10, right? Sometimes
media is 3 out of 11, yeah.
Sometimes media is a -1 out of 7.
Humbug's got ult. He's ready to toss it in. Red-white, all-in timing. Here we go. Sejuani!
Ult straight into Vital. That's going to be the cleanse out. They do turn onto the Sejuani, and that's going to work out. Although I suppose the tanking is good. Hype here should be able to survive at least.
He should be able to get a kill.
Oh, the Magnustorm not good. Wei is going to save his partner in crime. A double kill here for Hype. Excellently played by Wei. It was it wasn't the cleanest of dives, but they got there in the end.
Will they greed for the plate? I think they could have, but they don't know where Viego is. They're not going to do it. So there's going to be 2 kills for the Aphelios early. Feels pretty good for KT, although the stun comes through, it's cleansed, and then lots of CC onto the Sejuani. Cleanse from Hype is nice. Humbug thought he was out of turret range. Or thought they didn't have that last shot coming, I guess. Like, he's out of turret range, but I guess he just stopped because he realized he was on aggro. And then HH tries to go for this. He was probably going to be dead either way. So looks for the Magnustorm there, but not able to catch the Aphelios. What are you doing in chat? What are you getting?
Well, some people think they can get by the ban filter by typing in a different language. So I go into Google Translate and I translate the message just to make sure. This one was This one seems to be okay. Although I don't really know. What did he mean by that?
What did he mean by that?
I guess we'll never know. We don't speak that language.
Nope.
Unlucky. Google Translate also doesn't.
Bye-bye.
There is the ult. Oh, the divider is good, and Colby lives, but so does Feisty. Look at that one. The one little ranged tap comes in. Doesn't matter. Nobody dies.
Greeding for the minions.
Wow.
He's gonna get away with it too.
Yeah.
There's no silly dog to ruin his day. Scooby-Doo. What? Scooby-Doo memes. Like, if it wasn't for that meddlesome kids and the dog, you know.
I thought you were talking about Nefiri.
Nah, I mean.
Do you think my brain can extend outside of League of Legends?
Scooby-Doo, Valdez.
Do you think that the only thing that I don't think about is League?
Scooby-Doo.
Nah, Fury. All right, so how does this happen?
He gets the Q3, ults, but is hit by the Azir, then flashes for the additional auto, but it's not enough damage.
He definitely could have gotten the kill and traded.
Yes,
but
not worth.
He thought the damage was enough, and it. to be fair, it looks like it was enough. But they both got away with 0 health. Because now Dominus underneath the turret, stun into stun, but Counter-Strike is better stun.
What?
Best
Perfect.
stun is better than other stuns, which are not best stun.
It's crazy when you can't take damage leading up to the stun. Sounda, he is out of there, but ult and flash down. Hambak has ult, actually. They could have maybe, if they wanted to drop some minions, chased a little bit deeper, but they're just going to be happy to get his flash. And
who said that the Croc wins early in the lane?
I mean, I thought he was supposed to be honest with you, Valdez, but I mean, I win early.
What? Well, that is the sneakiest Nautilus of all time. And now that's just going to be Call Me Dead. He doesn't have flash, so he's just dead. That's really unlucky.
This KT draft seems stronger, Valdez.
Yeah, and they're playing it really well. Good. You know, we need both things in challengers, and they're playing really well. They're being very proactive. They're using their draft in a great way. This is how KT wins game 1 when we go to 6 games.
That was a dead Herald right there, just in the middle of nowhere.
DED.
Vital. Okay, he checks those. Yeah, the control ward spotted by his ward. He knows they're there. Just thought for a moment maybe he was going to be in trouble because he was alone with no rel. The horse person has returned to the lane.
Well, there's a Divine Sunderer, right?
Yeah.
You know the item.
Yeah,
Why is there no Divine Moonderer?
I never considered. Is that what Silvermere Dawn was supposed to be?
Maybe it is. The Divine Moonderer.
Oh,
Silvermere Dawn.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. It's so unlucky.
Yeah, sorry. I was just trying to look up more information on that.
No, I understand. Your Crusade is more important. Isle is just dead. And now Sounda's like, maybe I can do something. No, you absolutely cannot do anything. Run away from the Jax. Perfect has already won this lane.
Yeah, the
don't go there.
Renekton is struggling. Wait, hold on. Did you wait? Rel's story actually really interesting.
Yeah. Really?
She's actually an experiment. Whoa. She's like a horse combined with a person, Valdez. She really is a horse person, like no joke. Like a Noxian experiment gone wrong, man. That's what I read on LeagueOfLegends.com right now.
That's kind of scary.
It's like actually nobody's talking about this. It's a little bit weird. Like the information is out there.
We should spread the word, honestly, on these casts. You know. What else are we here for?
That's why I was looking up the info.
Yeah. I'm glad you got to it in the downtime. She's a Ferromancer. That's not a real word.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you just made that up.
Gatoran's, you know, he's a wordsmith. He always makes new words up. It's Chemtech Soul again.
Again?
Again.
4 in a row.
Again.
All right, that's a bug. That's not right. That's not normal. That is.
We need to check him PC.
Yeah.
Okay, this is not okay.
Is that why they regamed the draft? Is that why he was allowed to swap after 20 seconds? Is there something going on? Like, the Chemtech has invaded the client.
I think so. I am aware of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's
4 Chemtech Souls in a row.
The chances of that And I could actually do it. I could actually look it up.
The chances
of a 1 in 4 4 times in a row. Sorry, not a 1 in 4. It's even smaller than that. What am I even saying? What words am I even saying?
It's not a 1 in 4. It is. Because the first 2 happen, so that's 2 out of the 6, and then it's 1 out of 4
No, it is,
times 4. Wait, well, not times 4. It's 1/4 times itself 4 times. What do we got?
I'm trying to do the permutations. Hold on.
It's a 1 out of 256? Maybe?
Yeah. 1 out of 256 chance. Yep, I think that's right. I don't know why I didn't just like think of how to do the math on that one, but yeah.
Why is this happening to us?
256, yeah.
Why do we get 4 Chemtech souls in a row? Also, it's not technically exactly that chance, because you need to also factor in the chance of Chemtech not hitting in the first 2 Drakes as well.
Yeah, that's like the...
So it's an even greater chance of it not happening. I don't know. Might be less of a chance of it not happening.
Yeah, actually, someone in chat needs to do the math on this.
Yeah.
I need to know.
That's
Call me?
Chat GPT.
Where are you going?
He is going, and you know what? He went pretty well, but the team not quite able to follow him after that. He does live for about 7 years, but it doesn't matter, as here comes Sounda trying to get those resets, though, in the backline. Feisty does not care. He's really getting in there, and he's just going to sacrifice Hombach.
Perfect. It's like, is the fight over? Not according to me.
Not until I say it is. And here comes Perfect.
When did he flash?
I don't know.
Like, what?
Didn't look like he flashed.
No.
Oh,
like,
he must have flashed before. No.
But he was alone in the top lane. When did he flash? Did he actually try to flash for an engage there? And it looked like it was a leap strike? I need confirmation. That was really weird.
What is happening on the Rift today?
Hold on, let's watch this again.
This is some Pharomancy, okay?
Okay, well this is a 2-level advantage as Perfect takes out the turret. Doesn't care. The fight is happening. Okay, so flash for this.
I guess so.
So he flashed and got this kill. Okay, off screen. So when he teleported in, so when he teleported in, he didn't have it.
So that's why they were able to fight.
Okay, exactly. That explains a lot because we were looking at this. By the way, if I've ever been, I've never been bigger of a crown believer than I was in this moment. Okay, he's just like, I'm gonna Emperor's Divide them. They're like, we're gonna kill you. He's like, I got a crown, and I'm like, wow, I guess he just does get to Emperor's Divide them.
By the way, our chat has done the work. 2 guys, okay? That's about as much we can get going. That's like about as much, as close as we're gonna get, okay? 1 out of 1,296 is the number. That's the chances of getting 4 Chemtech souls in a row.
That is a 0.0007% chance. 0.77.
All right, guys. With that amount of bad luck in a row, I think it's time we all go out and buy the lottery at the same time. Right.
You guys all buy it first, and then I'll get the one that wins. You get the extra money. Make the big mega. What's the mega pool? Whatever it's called. Make it bigger.
The Powerball.
Powerball, yeah.
Mega Millions.
Mega Millions.
Well, Mihail's just having a bad day today, man. He just cannot get a break, and you know what? That's because a team picked melees with Sejuani and attacked their opponents.
And then they
attacked their opponents.
I know, and then they were like, we have Nautilus bottom side, so the Viego can't do anything. And he was their top once. But otherwise, it's been a Renekton turning into a handbag. Feisty is getting involved. Like last time on the top side, it was Jax, and then it's like, all right, I don't need to kill this Renekton anymore. You can have some of the gold. You can go top side. I'm just going to hang out around this Drake that we don't care about, as nobody takes Drake and they just push mid with Angry Fury.
I have an option where well, Hombach's experiencing a lot of pain. And with the TP coming in here, maybe I didn't even get the words out of my mouth before I could cast a curse. As now Height has to flash away, and he's going to go down. And guess what? The Baron's available. It's 5-on-3. Just go ahead and take the Baron now. Gnome Shimmer right back in the game.
There you go. Teleport, though. On a feisty.
Nah.
No ult.
No way.
Is it the angle? The Jax on the flank? The solo laners? No Sejuani.
Maybe.
Let's see what you can do without the Sejuani.
Hey, it's going to come down to perfect. Yep. They got to get in there early. Flashes away as Double H just gets out of there, but Perfect finally finds the Ashe, but she's the only one to go down so far, and this Viego's kind of popping off. Call me, trying to survive, but Perfect is going wild. And you know what? They stopped the Baron, and it ends up being pretty worth. Perfect might have to pay with his life for it, but I don't think Sound is going to take those chances. And they stopped the Baron. I guess.
KT.
Worth?
KT.
I don't know, though. Gnome Shimmer catching up.
I mean, they certainly are, but I think KT definitely, I mean, this is, what are we doing here? You know, like, Jax is down bottom, pushing, and then he stops showing, and then they're, like, hard forcing into this 5-man composition around Baron. It's pretty bizarre. There's just no setup with Jax. The Yone's top, like, that wasn't the call. You had a huge control over the map, and then the call to actually teleport in here with the Yone and prevent this from being taken, I do like, because they have the Mega Plants, both vision, and the ability to enter, as the Drake is being taken in live by KT, which I believe is Soul Point. And yeah, HH gets out, barely. Call me will not be so lucky.
Perfect should have just leapt onto Double H. He like leapt onto a ward to escape. I'm like, no, man, you just keep going. Just keep pressing your
I mean,
buttons.
it was honestly the perfect penta angle. You didn't see it.
The perfect penta angle?
Yeah.
His name is Perfect.
Yeah. I meant it like his name is perfect.
I
It
think
was
that KTCL didn't get the memo that main KT got, that they're no longer the team that throws a little bit. Yeah. And KTCL should have learned by now.
I mean, it was a little bit, but it's still a 5-0 Jax with Spear of Shojin early in the game. So, should have been the penta angle, honestly. I don't know what he's thinking.
So
Silly top laner.
What if Elder Flip? When's the last time we've had an Elder Flip? Did you guys have an Elder Flip yesterday?
Oh, no doubt they did. With how that day went, right?
Probably?
빨간 팀의 포탑이 파괴되었습니다.
But the Elder Flip Challengers meme is kind of dying. Like, it's not really a thing anymore.
Yeah. If we get
No, they didn't have
6 games today, and you guys had 9 yesterday and nobody Elder Flips, the meme is dead. Because it didn't happen last week either, as far as I can remember. You did have base races. That's like a better version. Imagine if you just had like base races every game. That would be even more challengers than Elder Flips. So does that count as a better version of it? Maybe it does.
What does it even mean, Valdez?
Elder Flip is dead. It's low health Nexus. Yeah, we had that actually in our first series, low health Nexus, where
Yeah.
T1 took them an extra 5 minutes to win the game.
That's actually the new thing. That's so true. It happens like every day of Challengers, at least one. Get his crown? Get his crown? Okay,
Yeah, right
get the
at
crown
the
on the way out. There you go. Maximize its downtime. If you
Is
do it
Yone
early,
just
then
OP?
it comes back faster.
Is Yone just OP?
No,
Oh, okay.
I don't think
I
so.
was just asking a question.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was
no,
like-
yeah,
I'm a
it's-
new caster of the game. I'm like, Wolf, what is this Yone character? Is it OP?
It's not OP.
Okay.
It's pretty strong. With
Alright.
Sejuani. It's not
Well
OP,
then,
though.
why does everybody in the chat say it's OP every time it pops off?
I don't know. Chat seems a little bit upset about some past experiences they may have had with the champion.
Yeah.
I'm
Moved
box
half
up
my
here.
belongings and Challenger's still on. Yeah, this is game
Crown
1.
is down. Wait, hold on. Humbug? Oh, you tossed those out, man. Go for that. They didn't go for
We
it.
just got ascended. You
They
know?
did not send it, in fact. Oh, but they are going to lurk.
Okay, I'll send it.
Yeah. All right, I'll send it. He could have just done this a second ago, but now he's like hard forcing it. Okay, this is just weird. Don't
Yone doesn't care about that.
stop, Humbug. Just stop.
Where are you sending it?
Stop it. Get some help. Well, I'm not going to reveal that information.
Back from the past 3 days. I'm also moving in 2 days. Coincidence? Yes.
Okay.
It's a coincidence. That's all I had to say.
That hawk shot looked pretty dragon-like to me.
Take the green plant.
No, they're not going to do it.
Do it.
They're not going to.
It's free.
They're saving it for later when they might need it, Valdez, when they're actually low on health. That extra shield is nice, but what happens if you're like one-third health?
Run straight there and get the shield.
You can shield deny, yeah. Go into the enemy jungler and take their shields.
Or just take your own thing.
I want to save it. See that frog?
Oh.
With the Baron?
Yeah.
Look at him go. He's like, my master said we're doing Baron. And Sana's like, no, get back to me. I'm not doing Baron. I'm just checking some stuff.
I'm just doing a good job of controlling the Baron. He did it! Wait, there's 4 more! No! Go back!
Nah, he doesn't want those.
What did he mean by this?
He's trying to save them.
Alright, this is the angle. Very nice angle. The TP is coming in. Depth charge getting some good value. Vital is just dead. No AD carry, and Perfect is in the back line, and the Yone is as well. They're all just DED. It will be a clean ace. It's looking like if they can catch Sounda here. He's got a big bounty on him as he did the most damage at 1,049. And that should be the game, but they're just going to go ahead and take the Baron.
Yep.
Low health, it's still early.
Yeah, no, I mean, that sounds like a free inhib. Vice doesn't even have to get involved on Baron. He's just like, I'm going to take inhib. And he's level 16. He's going to get a lot of money. Should be able to finish his 3rd item, which I guess is a GA. He's ready to pop off and never die again. Zhonya is almost ready for Perfect as well. And KT, they're like, oh, it's only a Nautilus. No, it's not. They realized too late. Call me. He should have been there for the peel. Ah. He hit the Jax. And Renekton. They sent it.
They sent it. That was sick.
They sent it.
I love how the Emperor's Divide did come through, but he still got counter-struck. And it got his crown off, like, right as the Yone is ulting in. You just know he's so dead. It was a really nice engage from KT.
You know, he's not having a fun time calling me. He's a really good player, but he's not having a lot of success here. The Viego's the only one who's winning for Nongshim.
Yeah.
A little bit unfortunate.
Remember in the draft, I'm like, I kind of like the Viego in this draft. But the rest of the draft, we very much heavily favored KT.
Yeah.
And, I think Viego's, or not Viego, Yone is just OP.
I
think he needs a nerf.
I'm going to respectfully disagree, but I will say that Sejuani Yone,
Ash 80 is so bad as a carry. I mean, generally, yeah, if you're going to pick Ash 80 carry, you have like a Tristana or... I mean, with the Azir and Viego, I think it's like fine, but they're just... She's not really the main carry in this one, just the team has her name. I mean, they're struggling to kill a Jax. 3v1. Perfect. He's got Counter-Strike. It's really good against all 3 of these characters.
They're going to like just kill the Nexus,
He's like, yeah, cool story. I'm just going to leave now. Thank you.
It's like
Goodbye.
The other way Jax split pushes to... The other way Jax backdoors is by like existing somewhere while the rest of the team kills the base. He's like, I backdoored them by existing and pressing my Counter-Strike button.
Hull breaker.
Yep.
He's breaking the hull.
He's kind of, yeah.
The hull's being broken. Ooh, an arrow engage.
The buffer, though?
Oh, nice little, okay. Well, nice try. They really sent it that time around, but here's the Yone in the backline. Feisty will be zoned away as the entire team is here, and the Jax is not. KT's still winning the 4v5 as some ults are going to go wide, but it doesn't matter because KT are still going to win the game.
Cool team. Kang team.
Keen team.
Keen team. But they don't have Keen.
They don't have Keen on
But they're playing
roster.
like it is Keen on the Jax. It's perfect, though.
True.
Look at him. Look at him just be like, I don't care.
He's
I'm
been
home
great.
breaking. I'm breaking it. I'm doing it.
This is not fair. What is happening?
That's not normal, Valdez.
This is not normally. They can't kill him. What is happening? This is not my League of Legends, but it is. Okay. They're going to kill everyone, too. And the Nexus. Down it goes. That was insanely one-sided. Ho, Nelly.
That was so silly. That was just so silly.
Do you vote for jungle or top?
I'm top voting.
I think he really ran away with the lead that the jungle got him. You know? If you vote for jungle, I can understand you, but I think top deserves it by the end. Great game from Perfect. Made the entire game about the Jax getting ahead and winning. And it wasn't all about him, actually. I feel like that takes away from the insane Yone plays and the great Sejuani plays as well. It's just a team diff in this one.
Yep. I mean, I think that any of the top 3 players could get BOG votes. I wouldn't mind. I think if you vote for Felios and Nautilus, it's kind of weird, but, you know, pretty good game for both of them too, though. The damage graph here pretty flat for Nongshim. I mean, you look at Ash's build, she went like Triforce, Phantom Dancer, Kraken Slayer. You just don't have the, like, you don't have the range, you don't have the setup when you're this far behind. People are saying like Ash 80 carry is not real and she's terrible, but like I think she could have actually done relevant damage, especially into this comp if it was an even game state, because she also offers a decent amount of peel. But no, not in this scenario, I'm afraid. The Rel pick, I can't help but think it would have been way better in jungle with an actual support that works with Ash. Just gonna say it.
Media kick W moments incoming? No way.
Is it the Yone? It's probably gonna be Yone.
Oh no. Okay, he's just teasing us.
Oh, that scared me, man.
Only 3 solo kills. After, of course, Hambach fed him really well. So, you know, if Hambach won it, I wouldn't have been angry per se, but I would say, oh, I think that Perfect deserves it. But either way, KT just bopped them, okay? That was not close.
But I still feel like it's a 6-game day. I just don't see. I mean, KT had the way better draft. There's no way Nongshim unanimous. Nice. I don't see any angle for Nongshim to not have a better draft in game 2, right? Surely they'll take a better, closer look, right? I guess the real answer was just ban Kai'Sa on blue side and Tristana and just be like, they won't take away the Sejuani. They just won't take the Sejuani away. That Rumble ban? I don't know about that one. Wait, we can't pick
There were some issues in the draft for sure, and sometimes you see that in challengers and you're like, oh, okay, I mean, that was kind of weird, and then Nongshim just wins anyway. That didn't happen this time. It was like, oh, that was kind of weird. They probably shouldn't have done that, and then we were like, whoa, wow. Ooh. Okay, we're done here. For game 1, we'll be back after the break.
빨간 팀의 포탑이 파괴되었습니다. 빨간 팀의 포탑이 파괴되었습니다. 빨간 팀의 포탑이
Hello and welcome back to Challenger League, where we only get full sets and 6 games on a day where there could be 6 games, and then 9 games on a day where there could be 9 games. So that's Monday, that was yesterday. We're aiming for the 15-game week this time.
Week?
Just 1 game away from making it a reality.
So Nongshim 100% went right on blue side.
Surely.
What do you think they'll pick?
They're probably not going to ban what KT banned.
No, I mean, what side do you think they'll pick?
Oh, blue.
Me too.
So they'll start with blue. What if they like do the same thing as KT?
You said this last series and it didn't happen.
And then, well, it almost happened. It like kind of a little
It was
bit
similar.
happened.
It was similar, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll find out shortly. I just want to get into the draft. I want to see what
Dino
the
Dance.
Dino Dance. There's a lot of Dino Dance going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are they dancing about? They did pick blue. We got confirmation.
What are these guys Dino dancing about?
Yeah, like what?
Why are the dinos
Why are
dancing?
the dinos dancing? Do they even have feet? I guess a little itty bitty feet. Oh.
Yes.
Couldn't wear rel
2
pants with
tiny
those
little
feet.
triangles. She...
That's actually like pretty nice drawing, and also pretty cool font, I guess. Like handwriting. I don't know. It's not right. It's not
Font.
calligraphy, but it's
Not
like
everybody's an AI
typography. That's not it either.
How's our Tuesday coming along? Just fine. We are getting ready for game 2 of 3 in the second series.
Yeah.
We're trying to go for 6 games today so that we're not the cringe duo. Just like our based brethren on the Monday.
I think even if we had 6, we're still cringe. So we just have to get 9s.
Yeah. Well, 6s are better than nothing.
The HH is trying to discover what a water bottle is.
What is this
That was
thing?
such a strange. He just.
Why can't I
he
take
really-
water out of this?
He like pondered water.
Okay. 6 games, more cringe than 9, but less than 5. Yeah, that's true. Hopefully they don't overwork themselves.
Too late.
Sorely,
No, we're fine.
we won't overwork ourselves. Clueless.
We're fine. All right, let's
Yeah,
take a look at these
definitely
bands.
fine. Ha!
All right, Rumble's gone again. They really just don't want to deal with the Rumble. huh?
LeBlanc too. Really gotta just get rid of that. It's way too powerful.
So there's no way that KT leaves Sejuani open here.
I think there's a way.
No,
I think after game 1, Nongshim not really thinking
So
of
Nongshim will
it as
ban-
a threat. They might just say, hey, maybe they let it through.
So they banned Nongshim banned Nico here so that like KT can be tested. Like, oh, are you guys gonna? Okay, they banned
Yeah,
Poppy.
Poppy.
Those are the rules we were talking about earlier.
Mickey Mouse, yeah. No, that was Valdez after working. Actually, I didn't work yesterday, but after working too much over the last couple of months. Okay.
Sejuani, they're like, wait,
We're making it
wait.
through.
Sejuani is a problem. That was a problem for them last game.
Nah, leave it up. Yep. The Rel ban. And now Nongshim are tested. Do you first pick Kaisa? You absolutely
At least
do.
they didn't ban Kaisa, KT.
Definitely pick Kaisa.
I don't know, man. They're probably scared about the Jax Sejuani again.
Pick Kaisa, put Mihail on Renekton again. Oh my. Okay. Well, KT are going to play Kaisa then.
Yeah, they will. But they can pick like Renekton Kaisa here. I think that's pretty good. Just want to put Perfect on Jax again.
I mean, to be fair.
And to be honest with with how well his lane went last game, I actually think it's pretty reasonable.
Mhm.
Just blind doesn't even matter.
Yeah, I mean, if you take the Sejuani out of the situation, out of the equation entirely, he was still just a Jax that was ahead and ended up solo killing the guy 3 times after getting ahead. What if the lane just plays out with no jungle interference at all, which it won't. But if it did, perfect Jax from ahead was still really good, so.
We're just going Xayah Rakan here with no Sejuani setup. So you left this open
So why
just
did
to
you pick
deny it,
Sejuani?
just to deny it from KT. That's clearly what happened. So they gave Kaisa to have Sejuani with no Yone, no Renekton, nothing.
Wolf, I think
The drafting here leaves a lot to be desired.
I think my sources, yeah. Memes aside, Nongsim's drafting in the series has been maybe like a 3.5, 4 out of 10, something like that.
I'll give it a 4.
4 out of 10, kind of like the opposite of their scoreline right now.
Yeah. Well, let's see what KT want to ban here, because I think the obvious choice is the Renekton first, but Yone also could be a problem. But this draft doesn't really, like, that's not the kind of draft you want to play Xayah Rakan with anyways, so... I mean, it's not that you can't, because you can, like, have synergy with feathers and stuff like that, but... Renekton, Yone, those are the two safest bans. And now as Nongshim, do you, like ban Jace? You're like, oh, I'm not really sure what we do here, because their comp can do anything. Like, they actually can play Kai'Sa front to back a little bit here in this draft, or they can play Poke. This is problematic. This is problematic. Their draft is well-rounded. Okay.
Nico did get nerfed. I think it's still strong, but a lot of her power in team fighting did get taken away, so I would understand why teams would be like, well, actually, no.
I like this Cassante ban because it really goes into the, like, Xayah Rakan front to back, and it's pretty decent into Jax. It's hard for Jax to actually get a ton done up there because of the kit of Cassante. I think that's a really good adaptation instead of just banning Yone kind of because of tier.
There she is.
All right, well, let's see what they want to play here. They can play AD. They don't have to. I'm going to keep it a secret.
Yep.
Azir is also open, and I think works here.
The Bird Gang and Sejuani.
Oh, I mean for KT.
Oh,
but yeah.
okay, I see.
But like
Yeah.
for Nongshim, I don't know if you want to play Azir here. Gragas for Jax is fine.
Yeah. And you could still potentially, especially because this would be AP Gragas, you could still go Yone.
Yeah, that's probably the way.
Or Yasuo. Lots of knockups. I mean, you can block
Sejuani top,
W's.
Gragas jungle Yone? Or sorry, Yasuo? Okay, we're just forcing the Yone.
Yone's in a pretty good spot, and I mean, it is blind, and you finally do kind of get across the line.
It's going to be Azir. Not a Kali, it's Azir. Okay, well, I'm no longer saying I like KT's draft more. Like, what are we... What is the reasoning? Like, straight up into Xayah, Rakan, Gragas, Yone, Akali.
Well, maybe Feisty will prove it to us here in game number 2.
I don't think he will. You know what? I'm just going to go out and say it. I don't think he will. I'm not feeling confident.
He didn't want to pick Azir because Yone gets picked into Azir all the time. So the pros are saying, we don't want to get countered. So we're going to... Instead, we're going to pick Akali because it should have a better lane. And you know what? Akali might get a decent laning phase because you can just shuriken away from the Yone who unbinds his soul. I don't know. I'm kind of reaching here, Wolf. I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know about this Akali.
Don't do this. Don't play like this. Don't draft like this. Don't do it, KT. Feisty, why you do this? It's not a strong pick. We proved
Akali,
it. There's information. There's data.
Yeah, into this kind of draft doesn't feel great, and with this kind of comp doesn't feel great. They have insane amounts of AP damage, by the way. And if Hanbok goes AP, I'm going to lose it live on broadcast.
If you wanted
Clip
to play,
it and ship it.
If you wanted to do damage, if you wanted to just play like an AP mid, like they could have played Annie, by the way, also. But if you wanted to just straight go damage, just play like Victor or Orianna in this comp. It makes more sense.
Or Kiana?
Orianna at least has CC, you know, and she could, after the Xayah presses ult, she could do things.
I like the Kiana in this draft.
Kiana, I'm okay with it.
All right, let's do it. There's definitely enough damage in Nongsim's draft.
Somebody saying there's not?
Yeah, he was just saying it seems like KT's draft has more damage than Nongsim, and perhaps potentially Nongshin were lacking, but I don't think that's the case, especially because Gragas should be going AP in this matchup.
Based on the runes as well
미니언들이
here, seems pretty likely.
생성되었습니다.
Not that you have to go like phase rush if you want to play tank, but you went Comet, Scorch, wants to get some advantages in lane. Over here,
Is it
Calmy's-
Shivakali?
He went for Conquer, Presence of Mind, you know, standard, Second Wind, all that stuff. I think he is probably just going to skip it and go Belt in this comp.
I think that's a good idea. And to be honest, like, Akali, sometimes, especially when teams are not great at dealing with it, like, you see this all the time in solo queue. And Challengers is, you know, it's a professional league, right? But they're not always the most coordinated and best at handling some picks, such as an Akali. So maybe Feisty finds the angle. He's a very talented mid laner, and perhaps in this angle, you know,
It could happen.
yeah, it could happen. We don't like it in the draft. Like on paper, it's just not.
It's just not good in this meta, statistically, but also, yeah, into the champs. They're playing into...
A lot of action here. HH in a little bit of trouble as burning down, but they will not commit to it.
Is it the sapling angle?
The
sapling snipe?
The saplination? Oh! Now he doesn't have flash.
Oh,
Just
no.
getting low.
Oh, no.
Not canceled.
I think he's
auto.
actually going to be okay. I don't think he's actually going to get sapling.
He might get dove, though. I mean, he doesn't have flash. He is Zyra Khan, but Sound is trying to make his way down here. Might be able to respond late, though.
This could backfire for
This
KT.
could definitely backfire. This has got to be really clean. They get the root, the flash on in. That should be enough damage. First blood immediately, but here is Sounda as the feathers are coming in, but Wei's going to get the Q down as Wei does not have his flash anymore, but Sounda does have to flash in for the kill, but looking for the turnaround flash on in from height as Sounda doesn't have a way out of this. And now Calmy's here from the mid lane joining on in. He's going to pick up a free kill as the Yone will be very happy with this passage of play as Hanbok is probably going to go down too.
Yeah, I really don't think... KT stayed way too long.
Right.
I actually don't think this was a wise choice. He might get out.
Does he live? I guess he does.
Yeah,
with
he's
Feisty.
gonna get out.
Okay, well.
I don't know about that one, Valdez. 2 kills over to Maokai as well. Like, he picks up both of the kills. He would have given a bounty, by the way, if he died there, which would have been insanely good for Nongshin. But by the time that you execute this, like, Sound is definitely here, right? And Yone has prio, so if they had flashed forward for the kill, or if actually Hype had just done one more auto there after the flash was down, or before the flash was down, like after, and that initial trade is the ignite, then probably you get that kill and you'd be happy with that. You don't have to camp, just take some of the jungle. Now Yone has a kill. And that I think, to me, like, all of the gold given, the fact that Yone is the one that picks up the one champion that got money that's actually really relevant is the Yone. Hanbok having 2 kills on green Maokai, not feeling too good about that.
Yeah, not the best situation for him.
I will give credit
For the team.
to Hype and Wei, though, for, you know, setting that up and actually having the successful laning to put him in the position to maybe look for that dive. But
The execution itself was great. Everything about it was just, you know, the response time given to Nongshin perhaps should have been enough to maybe call off the dive. It was a very early one. I mean, going for it at level 3 can sometimes backfire, as we saw. Did you know, Wolf, in the lore, that Gromp's full name is Lord Grompulus Kevin Ribbyton of Croaksworth?
no, I didn't know that, actually. I wasn't aware. Honestly,
you learned.
I wasn't aware of it.
Honestly, you weren't aware. Now you know.
Yeah. Cool. I won't remember that, though.
You can call him Lord Grompulus, at least. Kind of works.
Perfect is playing this matchup pretty well. Until he knows exactly how he wants to abuse the body slam. Just going to look for the demolish proc here, grab some money, try to deny some CS. That went a little bit wide. It's okay. Yeah, it's all right.
All right. Well, there you go.
Russian Merc treads, perfect. Got his no magic mantle. Gonna help him push the envelope there as Sounda has a control ward here. They're going in. The ping comes down.
He's in some trouble, but HH getting low as well. Looks like he may just barely survive. No, he is going to burn down. But the kill goes over to Vital, which is definitely better for Nongxin, especially because Sound is going to pick up some assist gold, and they have the win in the lane, the push. They're going to feel pretty good about that
Can
situation.
they actually turn this into something? No, Humbug's not going to go down here. I thought maybe they were going to try to push the issue further. As Feisty, he is really putting the pressure on in this Yone matchup. One that we've seen a few times, right? It's a little bit more rare, but
Imagine being Yone and trying to hit your ult against an Akali.
it's hard.
You don't. Unless the Akali messes up big time. I mean, there's definitely a way to make it happen with your Q, but Akali does have kind of mobility advantage.
Yeah.
In a way, so you can
And
kind of
for Cloak, for Shroud, you know, makes it very difficult as well. Just look for some good trades.
That's why it was like, okay, you're picking blind Yone. Let's try to punish that, I guess. You know, it's one of those like edge cases, but this isn't solo queue, so you probably shouldn't do that.
The Azir is not the like counter to Yone, but it feels like the matchup has definitely gone both ways, and I feel like the Azir is fairly safe and has some counterplay to the Yone.
And in the overarching like game sense, you know, even outside of the lane, like the Azir is just in a really good spot right now. So
that's why I was kind of calling for it, just because I think it's the most relevant mid pick right now.
yeah,
Annie was still available. Could have been tough to play in lane, but obviously would have had a really big impact for this comp, especially with the Maokai they have to set up. But look at this, perfect, waits for body slam, leap strikes in every time. Doesn't miss those.
Kyle misses barrel though.
Yeah.
And that's not gonna feel good because, you know, eventually you will still get kind of outscaled, right? Here we go, going on in, the ult out as Feisty's looking for it, but the exhaust comes out from Call Me, but the Shuriken is still there and he picks up the kill. Sound is like, oh man.
This is solo queue actually, Valdez.
Oh, okay. Oh, that makes so much more
we've been
sense.
fooled
Okay,
this
we
whole
figured
time.
it out.
Oh my
Nice.
god, it's just a solo queue game. This challenge is actually happening on the other.
Nice.
We're actually over here in the WDG studio where the show is solo queue games. The
The
players
names are
have the
fake.
same names.
They just like start to fade and
yeah.
like shake and turn into like random solo queue numbers and stuff. Oh god.
The thing is, as Feisty, you got exhaust. You're pushing him out of lane. Just take plate gold and be happy. You don't have to do that. You don't need to do that. There's absolutely no reason to do that.
The Shuriken wolf.
Speaking of hitting things,
Yeah.
yeah, that was another good exchange here for the KT bottom side. KT's just kind of winning all over the place, although, you know, the trade for the Yone is a second kill. I actually think that's a huge trade up for Yone, who already has a kill under his belt, accelerating towards that first item. I was going to mention, though, that the Akali, you know, could have just gone plates here, and she tries to block the ultimate, and if she actually blocks that, then maybe, you know, if you actually get past Call Me's ult, make him ult there away from the turret, you, like, kill him 100%. But going in here, what are we doing? Come on.
Getting the kill. Oh, big play up top. No cooldowns for Perfect, but Mihail, he's getting low. He does not have teleport, and yes, he is Gragas, but, you know, passive nerfed. Passive nerfed Gragas, anyone? Definitely struggling here in this lane, but Perfect might have overstepped his boundaries. As here is Sounda trying to make play, gets the knockup. The Counter-Strike is there. No stack up
Oh, he
of the
didn't ult him?
Permafrost.
What? He didn't even ult either.
Yeah, he's
If
just
he
gonna
ults,
try to
I think
get
they kill him
Mihail out.
100%.
He's just going to give up on the play. Here we got a play onto the Zaya as Vital just holding on to his Featherstorm for about 8,000 years. In fact, he's not even going to use
That's
it.
a plate.
And yeah, now he's super low, so play goes down. They split that one.
The lane prowess here for KT is just not what I expected to see today. It's not like they haven't had strong laning in the past, but this level of dominance against players like Rookie, or sorry, not players like Rookie, players like Holm,
Players such as Scout,
players such as Knight.
Yagao.
I really just didn't expect Feisty to gap Knight tonight.
Yeah, you know. He's definitely performing better than New Cal
I just didn't
nowadays.
expect Feisty to show up and obliterate Faker today, but
Yeah.
no. But in all seriousness, it's Call Me, it's Vital we're talking about here, and Mihail has had a big resurgence. Just did not expect this type of player, because it's 2 games in a row now. Even though we don't really like KT's draft that much, I have to admit that the laning has been really good.
They certainly, especially in the mid lane, did pick for lane. So they got that going on. They got an early dive, and outside of the drafting, just better play in all 3 lanes at this point for KT.
And they have Kai'Sa.
Yeah, and they have Kai'Sa. The win DMAT is going to be shivving all of the waves down almost immediately. Call me, even though he did pick up that first kill, not necessarily getting a lot of value just yet out of the Yone. And as long as he's in the side lane against this Akali that can kind of just dance circles around him, it's going to be a little bit of an issue, Wolf.
Yeah, also note the Hextech Alternator. That doesn't build into Shiv. Feisty knows what he's doing. It's like, start Shadow Play. I'm like, no. He's going Rocket Belt, okay? Yeah. He could also be going Night Harvester, which Night Harvester is actually the item I would like to see the most out of all the items that are relevant for Akali to go Mythic with. Because I think it really suits the comp, because you can't blow up the Xayah very easily because of her ult, but you can actually stick around and that additional movement speed feels
Press
nice.
R?
Press R? Question mark?
Press R?
Exclamation mark?
Mile, will you press your R? Oh, he did.
Ooh, it's a sick R, actually.
Yeah, very nice R, but it's not going to get him out of harm's way. So Hanbok just able to flash away. Nicely handled, but you're basically not going to get away from that. And guess what, Wolf?
It's not Chemtech.
5th time's the charm.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about it earlier when the first Chemtech Dragon came in, but Perfect is big. He is big. He is getting plates. That's the other thing that's happening that's more relevant than Cloud Soul, I think, even at this point. But yeah, it's good news for us. I'm pretty sick of the Blast Plants at this point.
Yeah. Especially people not getting the that was really getting to me.
Speaking of getting to things,
whoa, we're going in.
We have to take those, don't we? Feisty, come on.
Akali syndrome.
We don't have to take those, actually. We don't. Hanbok just flash ulted topside, okay? He's not gonna help you. He's not gonna. Don't take those.
You don't know where the enemy jungler is. He just dropped a.
Hanbok's like, I'm not going mid. Don't TP on that.
Yeah.
Hanbok's like, It's about perfect this time. I'm sorry, Feisty, man. It's not spring season.
Yeah, it really is about perfect, isn't it? Mile, he still doesn't have that Everfrost, and wow, Feisty, you sure can't do that.
I like it.
You know, that's one of the puns that I think we can put on the pun wall of fame.
Yeah, we're doing it. I won't hate it.
Kali E autocasts.
The announcer just wants to let you guys know I just want to let you guys know the announcer told everyone the plates are falling. She was very loud and adamant about it.
Yeah. We don't have Poppy, but we do have the announcement.
Yeah, take it.
Yeah, we got that going on. No Annie in this game. No loud. I mean, Sejuani, when she like presses her ult button, she's kind of loud. She just says like a bunch of words in Korean because we're on the Korean client.
I don't know what she says. She talks really fast.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah.
At least in terms of, we got a nice little play here as Hype goes in immediately exhausted. Not the best of spots, but now we have Feisty coming in at the right time, the perfect time, in fact, as he's just going to ult out. Hype barely going to survive, as now Sound on the flash on in. Looks like Wei might have to pay the iron price for his team. Nearly gets out here. I haven't heard that in a while. Yeah. Oh, here comes Double H. Okay, there he goes away again.
Stands for having a heart, Valdez.
Yeah.
We're pushing this a lot.
Okay, there we go. Sejuani telling us what's what. Is Feisty thinking about getting in there? He has been all game long, but in fact, it's just going to be Sounder running away with the kill.
So in this exchange, you can see that KT have just opted into, we have better mechanics. We'll force this. It's not the Yone comp that goes in, it's the Maokai Akali comp that goes in. And they thought they had enough damage. They initially did, but ultimately, in longer fights, this is not your fight to win. As they decide, okay, it's a Rakan and a Yone. You know what I'll do? I'll go on the Yone. Oh, that was pretty weird. Yeah, that was really weird. It looked like that in live as well. And then Palmy, by the way, literally at like 5% health, carries this team fight by ulting back through and getting an additional knockup. And then at that point, KT are like, oh, well, he bought a lot of time. We got him, but he did the Yone things. And and we'll end up losing multiple members here. We're not even going to watch the whole thing. But, yeah. 3 kills for the Xayah.
HH flashing in for the Gleaming Quill heal.
Please don't. I love Rakan
Hey man, he's
as a
just trying to
champion,
heal
but
his
I
team.
really... Like, Rakan is so fun to play, but my least favorite thing to do in League of Legends, besides like Skarner's like little slap that he does as well,
Yeah.
is pressing Gleaming Quill. Least satisfying thing I've ever done in my entire life.
Have you ever
It's like
autoed
throwing a
with
piece of
Anivia?
paper at somebody and, you know, like, it just, like, doesn't get anywhere near them and falls to the floor. You're like, even if it did hit them, it wouldn't have hurt them, would it?
Well, here's Feisty looking for the angle from bot side. This time, Hype not going to go super deep. HH no
Nature's
flash,
Grasp.
but he is going to get away. Nature's Grasp, and now Perfect is going to get out of there just barely. Wade ends up taking the brunt of that damage, but now a lot of low health bars. Perfect timing here for the KT comp to go in. In goes Perfect, looking for those resets on a Jax, but it's just a double kill here. Oh, the feathers though. Vital trying to pop off as he has the angle,
He's
but
big.
KT is able to disengage.
And he did do that without using his ult as well, so kind of hard to start this Herald up, to be honest. Feisty's going to catch this wave. I don't think they can actually do it until they get respawns, and Perfect does have teleport. Very messy fight. KT it just feels like they're straight up going, we have better hands, we're going to mirror panic you. Yeah, we're like hands dipping you, that's the plan. And Nongsharp are like, but comp dip, and you guys are going to force these fights into Yone and Rakan. And Feisty sees the low health bars and they re-engage here, but it's a very messy fight.
Yeah, that's
As a
more
vibe,
action
yeah.
today. It looks like Mihail, unfortunately, getting bullied again. This time, he's got some friends on the way, though. His older brothers are looking to come in and help him out, but instead, they're just kind of getting caught as well, as it is Xayah Rakan, so we will get out. But that is a dead top AP Gragas.
Such a late reaction, too, that Hype actually gets to get free push in mid and take away some minions there from the Yone, and that's a TP down as well. Actually, I thought the TP was used there. I guess I'm
Yeah,
wrong.
no, there was.
Yeah, okay. It was Feisty's TP, so he actually ended up wasting it there. I thought it was a Nongsharp TP that was also tossed down. But look, they got the Herald. It was very much brute forced, Valdez. Like, it was a hard force. But you know what? They are successful. And here's the question that we're going to have answered tonight is a Fed Xayah or a Fed Kai'Sa? Which team are you on, Valdez? Are you Fed Kai'Sa?
Fed Kai'Sa.
Me too, actually.
Yeah, imagine that.
But, you know,
So how
it's
does
a
this
Fed, it's a
happen?
Fed Xayah, though. You know, anything could happen. It's the counter to Kai'Sa. That's what I was told. Is, yeah, he just doesn't have vision. Hambog wraps around, does him dirty.
Hambog drops a TP ward.
Not sure what that barrel was about that he dropped on the ground there, but he's going to toss one more down. Hambog's going to dodge it.
Yeah, nice setup here from Hambog.
pretty
Gets his
clean.
friend Perfect to join, gives him the kill. So it's not just a Fed Kai'Sa. It's also a Jax, who is once again ahead. Not quite as ahead as game one, but it doesn't
That's
matter.
the other problem.
He's ahead.
Because the Jax pulls on one side of the map with his side laning, and on the other side, the Kai'Sa is poking with her Void Seekers, maybe Void Staff, probably not. Hopefully, but probably not. We don't build like that here, but I'm concerned about how Nongsharp can set these fights up, but I think if they actually get to take 5v5s on their terms, which they still have at this game, like, they have the engaged comp and KT is just engaging into them. If they actually get to fight their way before this gets way too out of hand, the Jax, who again went Spear of Shojin second, I do think they can win this. It's team fight Jax, though, because that's what they want to do, at least for now. You know, it was in game one as well, but then they moved into Hullbreaker and stuff like that. It's team fight Jax, so 2,300 gold. That's actually bigger than I thought. I thought he was at like maybe 1,500, but no, it's really big. See what KT can do, because they've been making it work by small margins, but over a longer period, so that gold lead is sitting at about 2,000.
Yeah. Embryage is offline. Turns out he's got to reset his AI machine.
He got night botted, so he
join
just wants
us.
to make sure.
Yeah. By God, it's Fed Jax with the steel chair. Right off the top of the cage or whatever. I don't know the full copy pasta. To be honest, I'm kind of surprised that he got through Nightbot with all of those capital letters.
Nightbot's a big wrestling fan, so.
Yeah, it makes sense. Remember, were you there in the meta with the Mundo?
Yeah, for like 2 seconds.
Mundos for like 2 seconds, yeah.
Yeah, with Koshik. Yeah, that was like 2021 summer.
Yeah.
We were like, oh, Mundo, that's crazy. And
No.
then it was gone, yeah.
Well, at least it was there for a little bit. Some champs never get to enter the meta. Think about Teemo. He got played once.
Whose Mundo skin is it on the Thai GSS? Was it Toys? I don't even remember who played Mundo.
Would be the top laner, right?
I can't remember.
Do I remember the top laner from TPA? No.
I definitely don't.
It wasn't Toys.
Max would know.
Yeah. I mean, I watched that entire world.
I watched most of it.
A long time, yeah. Now, Feisty is he's really much taking this into his own hands. And down he will go. That's another kill over to the
That was
Xayah,
a pull bay moment right there.
Who didn't need more kills, but she'll gladly take them.
Yeah. Bit of a pull bay angle there. I'm here to tell you guys that what Feisty has done on this Akali could have done on Azir. And now what he's going to do is going to require a lot of finesse, as he's not going to be here for this fight. So he won't be doing anything here, in fact, as it's up to Perfect, who has Flash and Counter-Strike, and he's big. Let's see how big Veld is.
I mean, you got to buy time for the TP to come in potentially, but he's going to get in on top of them as the Counter-Strike doesn't really hit anything, but Sounda a little bit low. Perfect is buying a lot of time. The Yone ultimate is huge as he gets in with the exhaust, and nobody's able to follow up on it, though. So many low health bars, and now you've got Akali who's TP into this fight, and down goes the Xayah for free over to the Jax, who picks up 900 more gold. And that's just going to be a full ace, a clean one. Nobody on the side of KT dies.
But they got the Baron gold at least, Valdez, you know?
Right?
No Baron buffs to remain, but hey, they got the gold. Plus 300 on every champion who no longer has a purple shadow. And when we watch the replay, I want everyone to focus on how this went down, where a perfect engage from Calmy, I mean, not perfect, but like the turn was clean from him. And his entire team hits a counter-striking Jax instead of turning with him. It is a tragedy. And I want to watch it again too to see if like there was something that I missed here, because wait for the turn. Smite comes through.
Right here.
Call Me goes in. Jax is in Zonia's, and they're like, hit the Jax! I'm like, no, don't hit the Jax! Don't hit him! That's Jax! Oh, no, we were so close to a clean fight there.
You know what? The ultimate victor of this fight is Stopwatch. And
Yeah, I guess
Stopwatch
so.
stock buyers as well, myself included, you know, just raising those Stopwatch stocks a little bit higher. It's just insane.
Well,
now he's going to have Zhonya's, like, it's not fair.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, you're a big fan of the stasis. He's working towards another one.
Yeah, I mean, especially for anyone who's like fed and ahead and is very like skirmishy, that can build AP. It's just like the perfect item. Whereas our 6th game, it's in the trash.
I mean, it's not impossible, but like, Nongshin will have to hit the important ones. And I mean, the Jax is the important one, but he's not killable in that situation, actually.
And Calmy was like, he did ult them far away because he is Yone, but I guess maybe it should have been communicated. It was pretty like, it's pretty feisty, that fight, you know? Like, that's not the right word, I just wanted to use it, but it was pretty sloppy.
If
Kind of all over the place.
If Stopwatch didn't build into any items, I think like it would probably stop being worth around like 850 or so. I don't know.
And that's it if it didn't.
Yeah. I think if it was like at 1,000, it'd still be worth it, but it would change the way it's used and people wouldn't buy it early a lot, but people would 100% still buy it. I mean, Stopwatch building into items is like, you know, it's the core tenet of like the investment into it, because you will always be able to get something out of it, and it builds into something for pretty much every class of champion, so to speak. Void Staff, almost done here for Feisty. 3 items for Perfect, does have that Zhonya's now. He's a whole item up over his counterpart.
Yeah.
And that fed Xayah, well, not that interesting anymore compared to the 5-1-6 Kai'Sa. Ooh,
Yeah.
that's like the meme where it's like, ooh, 5 kills Xayah, like, but the guy is looking, he's holding
Yeah, he's looking over
the
his
5 kills Xayah, but he's taking a peek at that Kai'Sa over there.
Yeah.
She's got 3 items. She's got
We
poke.
have
she
5
goes
kill
in.
Kai'Sa at home. 5 kill Kai'Sa at home. It's the 5 kill Zion. Yeah. Also, it's like we have 3 kill Jax at home. 3 kill Jax at home is 5 kill Zion. Yeah, well, stopwatch pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. Now he's got Zhonya's just gonna hop away. I don't think he gets away though. You know, 1v5. He's really putting it to the test this time, and this time it won't work. So they finally kill Perfect again.
Who got
they
the
got
shutdown?
him.
Actually, I didn't even see.
I think it was Sounda.
Yeah, I think you're right. That's not ideal, unfortunately, but like you mentioned many times, not like Vital needs more money. But he is competing with a very fed Kai'Sa now, who will have a GA. Or, well, could build Zhonya's actually, I guess, in this case, because he is Kai'Sa. But he doesn't need to build anything, because he's got the stopwatch unbroken. So does Wei. So we're kind of on a stopwatch kick right now with a stopwatch on the Zhonya's mid and the one on the top side. So as long as Hambak can he just picks one up, we're really stopwatching.
I mean, he might as well. Like, an extra amount of tankiness is only going to get you so far at this point, unless you think that getting a. I mean, what is he building? With the giant spells, he already has Radiant Virtue.
He could be going Demonic Embrace third. It's kind of weird, but
Guess? Yeah, maybe.
he might also go Redemption. No, Redemption doesn't have a giant spell.
No. Warmogs does. I don't think he's going Warmogs.
He got a Warden mail. So
Oh,
he's just
Random
building
Wings.
Randuin's,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Makes sense. I mean, the Xayah and the Yone are going to be critting quite a lot, so I think it's actually a good idea. But yeah, the thing is, like someone said in chat, I think stopwatch was really the issue and like was the first mistake because Zhonya's itself, it's like a big investment. You get stasis, it's relatively rare, right? But not only did they invent stopwatch, which didn't used to exist, they even made it a rune so you can get it for free.
Yeah.
And it used to be super cheap, like 600 or 650 or something. And it's like basically a little bit more expensive than an elixir, but it does a lot more. And now you can just pick it up. It doesn't matter what position you're in. You just get it if you're ahead. It's different.
If they removed stopwatch and made some interesting components to replace it for items like Zhonya's, it'd be pretty cool because then it would kind of turn into like a late game elixir item where if you have a spillover of gold, you can use it for, and then they can make it like a repeatable buy where it's like, oh, you have how much gold do you have because you can buy a stopwatch again after you break it. That would be really interesting. You could have a stopwatch and Zhonya's and it would feel fair because it's really expensive, right? But it'd be like a really interesting way to change the game. You could probably have to make it a little bit more expensive, like I was saying, like maybe like 850, but
yeah. I mean, it used to be even cheaper. It's just insane.
I mean, it creates some cool outplay situations, but as an item, it does often just feel oppressive in the weirdest way because it prevents play from happening. Like, oh, you're playing, you're not now. Okay, you can play again.
Yeah, especially when it gets bought this much. I think it's an issue. Like, people eventually realize that Valdez was right. Stopwatch is OP. And now everybody buys it.
It's interesting how, like, stasis, it feels like in the old days, was used to, like, dodge stuff. And now it's kind of like, you can just use it to buy time to get cooldowns. And, like...
It's so good on Jax, it's not even funny.
Especially because of his AP.
Good.
Like, why did they give him AP ratios? just so he could build Zhonya's? I'm looking at you, freak. Like, what's going on there? Maybe needs a look.
Was he on the team when that happened?
No, of course not. But, like, well, I mean, he probably gave them feedback because I think he's always kind of been giving feedback. But, you know.
So Gnome are going to say, let's do the Baron.
Perfect has TP. I don't know if he even needs it, to be honest. Mihail is holding the flank.
They're going to try to turn onto Wei.
Stopwatch.
Stopwatch number 1. It's going to buy some time. I don't think it's enough time, though, actually. The team does not collapse. They're just going to throw their Nautilus away. They say, we don't need that guy.
Perfect keeps counter-striking, but not going in. They are just going to end up losing this fight. It was a little bit timid there.
Okay. Height getting in there, trying to make a play. He is going to trade his flash for it. Feisty is doing the same thing. He is going to get ulted, has stopwatch himself, so he'll
Perfect, you have to
use
do
his.
something.
Perfect does get in there. They're still just running around them menacingly, one by one, trying to stop them from doing the Baron. And I suppose they will for a certain period of time, as Perfect will be looking to ult back, or to TP back into this one, as will Feisty, and the poke has begun.
It's too late, though.
Yeah, looks like they should absolutely get the back. Oh, the steal! Humbug gets in there, just smites it away. And now they don't even need to get in there. They say, oh, we got the Baron. That's even better.
Okay, I guess, you know, you'll take the advantage. Perfect is like, well, I'm halfway to my hull breaker anyways. Guess I'll just go straight back to side lane. And poor Nongshim,
What
man.
a man.
What a man from Twitch chat. Ezekiel85. What a man.
What a man.
What a man.
Baron's can always be flipped. He was saying that like 15 minutes ago as well. Arkeek. But Wolf, they got the Cloud Drake.
It's not Cloud Soul. All right, well, this was a bit of a funky spot here. The teleport comes through from Feisty as, yeah, 1078, just faster hands.
Yeah. Just better smite button.
Like, I mean, straight up, KT came into this series being like, we have better hands than you. And Nongshim were like, yeah, but we actually gonna do some cool stuff. You just have some. No, and so far it's just been they have better hands than you. It's kind of been they're getting out mechanicked. The setup there was also very tense because it looks lazy that they don't actually check that, but they have to do it so quickly because they know double TP is up, so they have to try to rush it down.
You gotta send it.
You really do, and Hambach did as well. He just sent it better. If he dies there and they get Baron, we're looking at a totally different game state.
Are you looking at a champ though?
Looking at 9 because he would have died, but yeah.
So Sound is playing the long game here. Calmy's almost trying to bait this in, but Sound is just going to show himself.
Jax is
That's the end of that.
He's got the hull breaker.
Yeah.
Perfect is down here like bring resources to me, and then look at Kaisa. This is exactly what I was talking about. The Jax pulls one way, the Kaisa pokes.
Yeah.
Deathcap's done.
This is an LCK game. This game is over. It is like 97, 98% chance that team wins. But this isn't LCK, so Perfect is going to get casted in, and here comes the Nature's Grasp. Perfect getting back in there as everybody does get rooted in. Where's the rest of the team?
Coming.
They're pretty late to this, as Hullbreaker does keep him alive for about 2 extra seconds, and the rest of the team was just not there.
That was really weird. Okay.
All right,
now this is sending it.
Yeah. Was it an elaborate bait fall? No, it wasn't. Okay. What did they mean by this?
Well, this game's going like, this is like a 50-minute game, isn't it? It's going to be KT takes the next Drake.
3 ults used to engage on the Jax, and he walks away on 80% HP. Sticking
All right, so Perfect, like, legit just doesn't actually care about anything and just walks away. Has Zhonya's, by the way.
He's walking back
Counter-Strike with Spear of Shojin. He just continues to Counter-Strike. Hambach gets left out to dry, unfortunately, here, as he went very deep.
Although, yeah, I don't think he should have gone in.
Yeah.
Like, the communication has to be there that, like, Feisty needs to be screaming into the mic, like, I am 5 seconds away. So, to the point where if Hambach goes in, he will die because he will be alone. He won't have follow-up. And it's understandable, I guess, because Hype is playing Kaisa. You think you're going to have that follow-up, but it needs to be crisper.
He's also not hitting his poke very well so far on this Kaisa. We'll see if he can actually start to land some of that, because so far it's kind of been coming up empty. When he does hit, it hits hard, but the lack of vision they have and the lack of map control, he's just kind of firing blind. They keep dodging. This continues to happen. So this Kaisa pick is really just kind of blow-up damage at this point. With the ability he has, doesn't feel great. Not at all. As we see the pings coming down that somebody is going to go answer for Feisty's split push. Looks like it's actually from Mihail. And we're going to reset here with no objectives for another minute 20. For KT, they have to deny this Cloud Soul. I think it's just super strong for both teams, obviously, but for Nongshim here, having Yone and Xayah with this extra movement speed they're going to get with their ultimates. It's a lot of repositioning. Same with, of course, Rakan, who also loves this. Feisty.
He did hype stopwatch. I think he did on the fight before the Baron. There was like the weird skirmishing going on. Yeah, you better be careful, Mark Crimson. Say something like that again, you're getting banned. It's okay. Live and learn. What is he going to buy? Void Staff?
Zonius?
Oh, Zonius, okay. There you go.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Pretty
Ult
good.
in, Zonius.
They have 3 Zonias. 4, excuse me. Sorry. Kate Wei also has his Zonias done. So, what how much time do they have left, KT? They're always checking. The Hourglass hasn't really flipped back to Nongshim for a while, but full build Xayah, Yone getting close. They do have the better
QSS.
draft for team fighting.
Perfect is unkillable.
Let's see if he can hit the CC though.
Even if all 5 of them dove onto him and hit everything, I don't think he would die. If he was alone with Hullbreaker and QSS and Zonius, Counter-Strike.
All right, this is
I don't
not
think
an
so.
amazing setup here. Jax though looking for the angle.
Yeah, and honestly, I think he can just kind of run in there. And he is trying to push him out, as now they're trying to isolate this guy in here. Looks like it is Quality. He's just dead. Okay. Press a couple of buttons onto the Yone in the pit, and he's just gone. That's a 5v3 against the unkillable Jax, who is in the front line. This game looks to be over, guys. I don't know. Really nice Blake caller, but unfortunately, your entire team is dead already. Really kind of unfortunate. As 10,300 damage.
Yeah, look at the damage for Jax too. But he carried that fight by existing with Hullbreaker. He just walked towards 3 people and said, "You can't come in there."
Also, I
then
don't
Hambach-
think that Call Me should have been isolated like that, but
Call Me gets caught by Hambach, and that's basically the end of it. And not the cleanest game by any means. And KT, they certainly won. Was it the Akali that won? Absolutely not. Hell no.
you know, I would love to see some more Akali in our future drafts.
No, Valdez, no! No! Put
gotta-
that top vote in the chat, Valdez.
Yep.
Solo POG perfect.
No, I'm definitely not voting for 80 carry. That's for sure.
No, it's put that top vote in there. Put that in there.
Yes, sir. No, I was going to do it anyway. Well, what a way to end it, guys. I'm sorry that we couldn't have 6. It is the cringe duo after all today. You know, Atlas and Chronicler did their very best to get us across the line. They gave us the 9 games just so that we fall flat on our faces here yet again. Not sure what to say.
Watch it again.
But yeah, watch this.
All right, so Jax is occupying 2 people,
Yeah.
practically 3 people at the top.
Call Me gets in the pit.
I mean, Call Me being in the pit here to try to set up for the play is okay with me, but the rest of the team has to be not chasing Jax, essentially. And they were chasing a Jax, who has Hullbreaker. And while he's away from his team, he has those extra resistances. So, don't do that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, just Nongshim getting a little bit mixed up.
5-game Frederick. Yeah, pretty much. I don't know, man.
5-game Frankers. I want to
Yeah.
get more Frankers in the
5-game
chat.
Frankers Z. Frankers?
Frankers? Is Frankers? Is
Sorry,
Frankers not
Ocpile.
even enabled in our chat, is he?
Ocpile, a longtime viewer of the consistent streamer, Brendan Valdez. Sorry. Sorry,
okay.
we couldn't make it happen for you.
It's okay.
But, I mean, this is
Oh,
kind
it
of...
is enabled. Wait, that's not Frankers.
It's a dog.
Is it Frankers?
I think it is Frank.
It is Frankers. Yeah,
Yeah.
no. Sorry, I was thinking of Duckers. It's been a long night, and we didn't even
Yeah.
get the maximum. Okay.
Well, I think it's cool for the league, though, because KT looks strong. Nongshim obviously showing some signs of weaknesses here. I mean, if you draft this way against Normal Life Esports, or even in this case, KT, you are going to struggle. It is not going to be easy. And even then, they kind of got just out hand stiffed, you know, at the end of it. Like, game 1 was a draft struggle. Game 2 was a little bit more up in the air. And at the end of the day, KT was just the better team in many different ways.
I think so many of those early game skirmishes where Nongshim got advantages for the Yone just weren't capitalized on properly. And KT made a lot of poor decisions in the early game on the bottom half of the map. Doesn't matter.
Wasn't clean,
Top side,
Look at
Jax
that.
gets ahead.
You see a little, like, huge
Dent,
gap?
yeah.
Yeah, there's, like, just a little
Like
dent, like a little
24.
hole.
Yeah.
Was that the Baron? I guess that was the Baron, right?
Yeah. That was like the Baron, and then they all died.
Yeah. the Baron dent and then the Baron, the post Baron
Ace.
fight ace loss dent in the opposite direction. Yeah. Well, imagine Feisty gets POG.
No
it
way.
might be hyped, to be
way.
honest. Oh, you know who it probably is
It's
Wei. It's probably Wei.
Why would it
His-
be Wei?
They dominated the bot lane. His Nautilus was insane. He was like magnetic hook. He got the hook on the call me in the pit. I don't know. I think there's an angle.
For me, it's like either Humbug or Perfect. And the thing about hype is like he did less damage than the Xayah, whatever. I don't care about the damage number here, but he did a lot in that last team fight when he was set up. But otherwise, he missed a lot of Void Seekers.
It's
okay,
Humbug.
Humbug got it.
Baron won.
Stole object. Hold on, wait, hold on. What did he steal?
Sole object, Baron won. Come on, man, it's clear. Actually, no, it's Hamba, not clear. Clear's in the LCK.
I'm like, did they report it to the police? Like, did they actually?
Yes.
Their Baron 1 has been stolen. Did they?
And a CC
file a
score
police
of
report?
601.
What a man!
What a man! What a man!
I like how it doesn't say like one Baron, just Baron 1. I'm like, actually,
Yeah.
I think it was the second Baron that he
Yeah, I
stole.
think it was Baron 2.
actually.
But that's okay. Not robbed, but he did the robbing. Yeah, exactly. See, you know.
He was the
He
robber.
just
There
gets
you
it.
go.
Yeah. Reported to the ELO police.
I think it's actually a core tenet with our goofy English on the Challengers broadcast. I don't want to tell them. I don't want to fix it.
Oh yeah, no.
It's actually just
the way it
important
should
that it
be.
needs to stay like this.
So we got another C4. Unfortunately, guys,
Not explosive though.
not explosive. Just a little bit, you know, cringe and sad, and it's okay because KT looked like a strong team in LCK and Challengers, and that should be celebrated. That's good. They look good.
I feel like for Nongshim, you know, I said it to you guys. I was like, there's some eclectic drafts of this team. You never know. That was the series I expected to go 3, not the previous series where T1 took a game off Hanwha.
Not cringe.
Not cringe, but
Yes, cringe.
a little bit cringe.
True.
But the
Or
draft in
Diablo
game
with
1
Atlas.
was the problem. Game 2's draft was fine. They just kind of got lane diffed.
I don't think that Nongshim's draft was fine in game 2. Like, they kind of were allowed to get there after some big mistakes early, and then also KT drafted Akali. And we saw what it could do into the Yone, but that didn't make it any better. You remember, they picked Sejuani, and then they're like, you know what? Xayah Rakan.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it was weird.
And then they didn't ban Yone because
I
they
guess
had
they,
the counter pick Akali prepared.
I'm
like,
kind of like rewriting
game
history.
2 was
I'm
just
like,
a disaster.
I was kind of like rewriting history. Like,
That
okay, KT has an Akali, so they had a good draft. I'm like, no, actually, their draft was not good. You're right.
Yeah.
It was not good at all. Actually, in fact, Sejuani play that we saw there too was also pretty weak. From Soundo,
Just
like he
felt
didn't ult
Nongshim
anybody.
didn't have a great day
Yeah.
overall. Like, the drafting wasn't there. They weren't playing with confidence. Mihail got very far behind in game 1, and then he gave up 3 solo kills, and then, like, really struggled in game 2 as well. Perfect was kind of just allowed to do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
There you go.
Watching Game of 5 of LNG Weibo Gaming. Casters. Yeah.
Lunana doesn't know. He doesn't even know how to spell banana. What is Lunana anyway?
I don't know.
Nobody
Why don't
knows.
you ask?
What are your top 3 most satisfying abilities? For me, one of them is hitting someone with Anivia Q. Not like just the stun, but you get the slow and the stun for like the extra damage.
I would say killing someone with True Shot Barrage. Probably number 1. This is gonna sound really weird, but Renekton Empowered W. I'm a Renekton main at the moment, so like that's kind of like up there for me. And then Orianna ult. Shockwave. Shock Blast.
Orianna
Shockwave.
ult is good.
Shockwave,
How many
right? I don't even know
people
what it's
is
called.
required? It's Shockwave.
3.
3?
It's 3.
At
It's
least.
like if it's
3
at
to
least 3,
5.
it's fine.
What about like 6 if you include Wukong clone? 7 with LeBlanc clone? 8 with Shaco clone?
I mean,
What is the max you could get to? Do Nefiri dogs count? Does
What
the
about
shockwave
Bel'Veth
hit boxes?
Bel'Veth minions.
Hmm.
I don't think it hits the boxes. I mean, it doesn't pull them. I don't think. I think it just damages them.
Yeah.
Yeah, shockwave.
If you could cast with any celebrity, who would it be? Wolf.
It would be Brendan Valdez for me. Yeah. Brendan Robert Valdez.
Yeah. Not the golfer. Not yeah.
No.
Yeah, there's a famous young golfer that goes to college right now. His name is also Brendan Valdez. You can find him on Google. It's kind of it's a meme between us. You know about this. It's a real thing. He seems like a nice guy. I don't know. It's just another Brendan Valdez.
I don't know. When I search Brendan Valdez on Twitter comes up. Brendan Valdez on Namu Wiki. Brendan Valdez on Instagram. It's all
Wiki.
you. It's all coming up you.
Yeah, look, there he is.
He's a poser.
No, he's not.
Auburn
He's a
University.
nice guy.
Auburn University.
LeBlanc, Shaco, Nico, Elise.
Nah, he's not.
Fury? Does he stream as well? No, he doesn't. Not as far as I can tell.
He's got a lot of pictures of holding clubs.
That's
I
generally
find
what
him-
golfers do.
I find him to be potentially dangerous with these things he's swinging around. Look at that.
It looks very powerful and good at golf. I know nothing about golf.
I don't know. He's not as handsome as the other Valdez I keep seeing, who's wearing a Fnatic shirt for some reason.
Yeah, I think that was the
What's going on with that?
Ashley Kong interview, I think. A lot of pictures from that one. This is a golf stream now. What's your favorite part about golf?
When it goes into the hole, when it's sunk.
What about the sound of like hitting it?
Nah.
It's pretty good. How about when you have a brewski on the golf cart?
Oh yeah, that's. I thought you meant watching golf.
A brewski on the couch watching golf?
Yeah. That's especially
A bro and
but when
brew?
I'm having a brewski on the couch when I'm watching golf and it goes in the hole, and then everybody does the
Great.
golf clap.
Yeah. Golf clap.
Yeah,
It's weird that that's a thing.
and the announcers are like, a birdie
A birdie for Mr. Anderson.
for Brendan Valdez
Yeah.
from Auburn University.
Somebody could say that about Brendan Valdez. My favorite part about gold is leaving. Well, you can't get out of gold, so that's unfortunate for you. No, I'm just kidding. What about Goffle Kart Race? Can you drift in these things?
This is getting too weird, man. Chat's struggling
It's
today.
C4. No, it's Tuesday. Everybody's a little hungover from the long Monday, and that's understandable.
Somebody was doing algebra in YouTube chat over there.
Yeah, a lot of variables over there. Can't even get into gold. It was a typo. Feels bad, man. I'm sorry, guys. I was joking. No bully.
It's all right.
No bully.
No bully.
Yeah. I'm in wood arena any types. Play more. Generally, you'll get to bronze. Yeah. I think I'm in silver at this point. I haven't played enough. Cronny's in gold. That was like on day 3. Just win.
One day you'll get to challengers like me.
Yeah.
You just got to keep trying hard.
It's hard because there's no nexus to break. And generally, what we have said is that if you want to win, you got to kill a nexus.
Nongshim's red has been drained from its
Oh,
logo.
God. The vampire.
Does KT look a little bit? The KT stripe look a little bit more red to you now? It looks pretty red to me.
I would say that they're feeling pretty full of the blood that was sucked from the enemy team. Yes. Pretty unfortunate for Nongshim. They'll have to work on that.
That loss will put them even in win-loss with DRX. They're actually 2 games behind now, so DRX moving up to solidly 3rd place with this one, or staying in 3rd place, I guess you could say. KT, though, their chances of going to playoffs almost secure, and...
No, DRX was in 4th before this, right?
well, Nongshim would have been 9-5 before, so I think...
Yeah, no, yeah, you're right. No, what?
Yeah.
No, they lost. They were 10-4. They were 10-4.
Oh, sorry,
DRX
yeah,
was
9 and
10-5, and now
Yeah,
they're both 10-5.
yeah,
So
yeah.
DRX moves up.
Yeah, you're right, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
DRX
You're right.
on the come up
Yeah, you're right. I'm actually totally wrong.
after getting a 1-game victory against DK and then losing 2-1 yesterday.
Well, our
Base
playoffs
race.
look pretty interesting, to be honest. Like, even Gen.G turning the season around a little bit. Bro.
Will Bro sneak
I
in?
mean, they could sneak in. They have been playing much better since they got Kangin. Inconsistent so far, but he's still new. I could see it.
It's definitely a chance. For Live Sandbox in T1, you would they probably have a very small chance, but you would need like 17,000 things to go right. So probably not going to happen. There are more Challenger League games that are co-streamed by Hojin and Shai in Korean on their Korean co-streams. You guys can check those out if you want, but we will not cast those in English on Thursday and Friday. You can always check in on the results and say, hey, KT beat DK this week. That was crazy.
I mean, that's some good
Could
games.
be in the know.
Yeah. Guangdong versus T1. That one's going to be, you know, less impactful, I think, than the others, but Nongshim HLE pretty big. Basically, everything that's happening on that isn't the Guangdong T1 match is like really
Yeah.
relevant. The Guangdong T1 match, it should be interesting, but yeah,
It's match 80.
it's match 80. We only have 2 weeks of challengers left.
Yep. And next week, you and I are going to be doing the Monday 9-game showdown. Looking at this, it absolutely could go 9 games, but it will require Guangdong Freaks to step it up against a Nongshim that could be experiencing some weakness. We'll have to see how it goes on Thursday and Friday.
Pro KT, pretty hype, actually.
Yeah, but we're not casting them.
I know. Well, I mean, I'll just... the other guys had a 9-game.
They're based enough.
So we got to get people, you know, some chances to know about what's going on Tuesday.
True.
But that Tuesday does look like it could be a 4-game Tuesday, though, as well. Could be. Depends on
I don't know
if
if that's
Bro show
possible
up.
anymore.
If
After
Bro show up.
today was supposed to be 4 games, and then it wasn't. Atlas is 8 and 4.
Yeah, that
See how
actually
that holds
seems... That seems likely. That looks pretty likely.
Definitely see 8, especially because we'll get to the 3rd one and we'll be like, come on, Guangdong, you can do it. You're going to do it. And then we're just going to make everybody cringe again as Nongshim easily 2-0 them. Or maybe Guangdong Freaks randomly 2-0 Nongshim. You never know. It's challengers, baby.
Gen.G D+. Everything else, eh. Gen.G D+,
Gen.G D+,
though.
I mean-
Gen.G D+.
There's also...
T1 DRX. Close. DRX
yeah.
need that win.
There's just a lot of matchups where... like,
Bro, Live Sandbox, bro.
yeah,
Nongshim
exactly,
hype.
exactly. Yeah, it could be big for the 6th spot in challengers or playoffs.
He said there's going to be a test. He said there's going to be a test.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I definitely.
I
know
am
all
casting the
stuff
Challengers Finals this season, so
here. Is it you and Max?
I think
this
so,
time.
yeah. Yeah, I think
because
it's
I
me
did
and
it with
Max.
Cronny Wani last time.
we'll see what maybe do it on the last time of regular season because the finals could be hype. And I don't want to be like
Yeah.
trying to figure out lore, but we'll see. It's up to you, Gatoran. You're the proctor, okay?
Yes.
I think that's almost going to do it for us for this week, though. It was almost the full 15. We got 14. Pretty decent.
I mean, why even get 14? We might as well just get like 12. What are we even doing?
Challengers Korea 2023 summer.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I wasn't
Yeah.
sure what we were doing. Yeah. But yeah, I'm moving in 2 days. I'm not going to stream this week. Wolf, any plans for you on this LCK week?
Cast and LCK.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be casting tomorrow.
Tomorrow, okay. I think I am as well.
Oh, see you there.
See you there. See all of you guys there as well. We have to please closing comments. So until then, have a good night.